They say the greatest spell ever cast was not written in blood or bound in parchment. It was spoken. In the beginning was the Word. Few lines in human history have carried more power, more consequence, or more mystery. To most, it is scripture. To the mystic, it is sorcery in its purest form. For what is magic, if not the will made manifest through word, symbol, and intention? And what is the Bible, if not a collection of divine utterances, a manual for shaping reality through vibration and faith? Each line is a sigil, each phrase a key. In ancient tongues, the letters themselves held force. The very sound of the sacred names could call down the presence of the Almighty. Across ages, empires, and heresies, one truth has remained. The Word creates, the Word destroys, the Word endures. This is not a sermon nor a defense of dogma. It is a descent into the hidden dimension of the Bible, the secret text beneath the text, a grimoire not of demons, but of creation itself. Before the world was formed, there was sound. Let there be light. 3 words, and from them everything. Creation did not begin with matter. It began with resonance. The divine voice shattered the stillness of infinity, and vibration became form. Modern physicists call it frequency. The ancients called it logos, the word. Every verse of Genesis is a spell, each phrase constructing a layer of the cosmos. Let the waters gather. Let the earth bring forth. Let man be made in our image. Every command is a pattern of authority, vibration shaping matter. To the mystic, the world was not merely created, it was spoken into being. The Hebrew language itself was considered the matrix of creation, each letter a symbol of divine energy. Aleph, the breath of spirit. Mem, the waters of manifestation. Shin, the fire that purifies. The Sefer Yetzirah, the book of formation, teaches that God created the universe through the arrangement of these letters. The alphabet became the architect. In that light, Genesis is not a story, it is a code, the blueprint of reality hidden in sacred poetry. Those who learned to read beyond the words saw not religion, but the formula of existence itself. Among the most guarded mysteries of the Bible are the names of God. Not the titles, Lord, King, Father, but the true names written in fire and secrecy. The Tetragrammaton, Yod-He-Vav-He, appears more than 6,000 times, yet is never pronounced aloud. To speak it, the rabbis said, was to set the universe in motion, because the name is not merely a word, it is the vibration of being itself. Every mystic order, Kabbalist, Gnostic, Hermetic, sought the power of that name. They found it encoded in psalms, hidden in geometries, sung in ritual chant, the pronunciation lost, the presence remained. In Hebrew thought, to name something is to define its essence. To name God, therefore, is to engage with the raw current of creation, to become co-creator, shaping the world with divine language. Even the name Elohim, a plural noun, suggests multiplicity within unity, a cosmic chorus rather than a solitary deity. Each name, Adonai, El Shaddai, Ehyeh, Asher, Ehyeh, reveals a facet of divine consciousness. To the initiate, these are not mere epithets, they are doorways, and the Bible, properly understood, is the map of those doorways. Those who carried this knowledge knew that words, uttered with precision, intention, and faith, do not merely describe reality, they command it. Between the words of prophets and the silence of God lies a structure, a cosmic architecture mirrored in the visions of Isaiah, Ezekiel, and John. Each prophet became for a moment a conduit, a living instrument through which heaven expressed its blueprint. Ezekiel's chariot, wheels within wheels, eyes upon every rim, not a vision of divine machinery, but of the order that underlies all things. The angels he saw, seraphim, cherubim, thrones, each a manifestation of divine law and cosmic intelligence. To read their visions as literal is to miss their purpose. They are not accounts of otherworldly beings, but diagrams of metaphysical forces, angels as the grammar of creation itself. Every time an angel speaks in the Bible, reality bends, messages become miracles, sound becomes matter. The act of prophecy is a technology of communication between spirit and form. The prophets were not dreamers, they were translators of cosmic design. Their words, preserved in Scripture, are fragments of that original language, the language that built the universe. But where there is light, there must be shadow. The Bible is not only the story of God's creation, but of its corruption, the rebellion of consciousness against its source. Lucifer, the light-bearer, is not a demon of flame, but an archetype of will. He represents the divine spark turned inward, the fragment of God that questions its own perfection. In Genesis, the serpent is not merely evil, it is the whisper of awareness, the moment humanity learns to choose. And choice, though it brings exile, also brings freedom. From Eden to Revelation, the Bible traces the eternal tension between divine order and human will, between the obedience that preserves light and the curiosity that kindles it anew. Mystics have long said that this war is not fought in heaven but within the soul, the struggle between the higher and lower self, between spirit and shadow. Every commandment, every parable, every psalm is a mirror held up to that inner conflict. It is the drama of illumination itself. The soul, remembering it, is both angel and animal, creator and created. The Bible we know is only a fragment of what once was. Entire books were removed, texts that spoke too openly of angels, of hidden wisdom, of divine feminine power, the Book of Enoch, the Gospel of Mary, the Book of Jubilees, the Acts of Solomon, each erased to preserve a single narrative, a single voice of authority. But in secret these books survived, whispered among mystics, copied by exiles, guarded by seekers of forbidden light. They reveal a hidden lineage of thought, a current of knowledge that sees divinity not as command but as consciousness, an essence we carry within. To read the Bible alongside its lost siblings is to witness a revelation undone and reborn. It reminds us that truth cannot be contained by canon. It is a living fire that leaps between pages, even when pages are burned. At the heart of the New Testament stands the figure of Christ, a teacher, a healer, a symbol so vast that even time cannot define him. To the esoteric tradition, Jesus is not simply the Son of God, he is the embodiment of the Logos, the living Word made flesh. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This verse from John is not theology, it is cosmology. The Word becomes human consciousness, and through it the divine experiences itself in form. When Jesus heals with a phrase, commands the storm to be still, or raises the dead by name, he is not breaking natural law, he is speaking it into harmony. The miracles are not violations of reality, they are demonstrations of the original magic of the Word, the power to align creation with divine will through vibration, compassion, and intention. The cross in this light becomes not an instrument of death, but a symbol of transformation, the vertical beam of spirit intersecting the horizontal beam of matter. the Logos crucified in form so that form may remember the Logos. And so we return to the beginning. In the beginning was the Word. The Bible is not merely a record of that Word. It is a mirror through which the Word continues to speak. Every reader, every believer, every skeptic becomes part of its ritual. For when we read its words, we reenact creation. When we speak them, we echo Genesis. This is the true magic of the Bible, not the superstition of ritual, but the transformation of perception. It teaches that the divine is not somewhere above, but within the very act of awareness. Perhaps that is why it has survived fire, empire, and doubt, because it is not just a book, it is a living frequency, a text that reads you as much as you read it, a mirror of light and shadow that reveals what you are ready to see. The Bible remains the world's most powerful book of magic, not because it commands angels, but because it awakens them within us. In the beginning was the Word, and still it speaks. You've been watching the Esoteric Unveiled, exploring hidden orders, forgotten truths, and forbidden knowledge. Like and subscribe.